Hello and welcome to Ruth Migration. My name is Ruth. I am a solicitor in Australia, or a lawyer, some call it. I'm also a registered migration agent here in Australia. My role is to assist international people and friends in regard to visa and citizenship application, and also with the migration process. Now, years ago, I came to Australia to study law. And after which, while I was here, I met the love of my life, which is my now husband, Jimmy. And we thought Australia would be a fantastic place to start a family. So we went through the migration process, and today we are Australian citizens and we are proud to call Australia our home. I chose migration law as my area of practice because it is my passion, and I would like to help people migrate to Australia and experience this beautiful country. Well, this video is for you if you're interested in visiting, working, studying, or migrating to Australia. And in this video, I will talk about two things. Number one, the most popular visa types. Number two, some top tips to migrate to Australia. So let's get started with the types of visas. Now, there are approximately 200 types of visas, so I'm just going to tell you or share with you about some of the most popular ones. We will start with skilled visas. Now, this visa may be for you if you are a skilled person, if your skill matches the relevant occupational list on the particular visa that you're applying for. Now, there are multiple occupations available, from the medical to the legal industry, from engineering to IT, from an electrician to a plumber, and even a cabinet maker. Usually, you'll need to have your skill assessed by the relevant authority. You may still be eligible even if you have obtained your qualification outside of Australia. And usually you'll need to meet the point test system, which is 60. Points may be allocated for age, English, ability, qualification, work experience, etc. The second type of popular visas is the work visas. Now, this may be a visa for you if you are a skilled person, if your skill matches the relevant occupational list of a particular work visa or visas, if you have found or are willing to find an employer who is willing and able to sponsor you. And some of these visas are temporary, where some of them are permanent. Some of the popular ones would be a subclass 457, which is a temporary visa with the option to transition into permanent visa, and also the subclasses 186 and 187. You will also need to meet all other requirements such as age, health, and character. Now, this is a great visa option because you get to experience Australia while working in Australia and getting paid. I'd like to now move on to the third type of visa, and they are the family visas group. So in regard to family visa, if you have a spouse or a de facto partner who is an Australian citizen, permanent resident, or an eligible New Zealander, then you may be eligible to apply for a partner visa or prospective marriage visa. And then there is the parent visas. If half of your children are actually Australian citizens or permanent resident, for instance, if you have 2 children and one of them is an Australian permanent resident, then you may be eligible to gain parent visa. And then there are other visas for dependents and children. Now the next visa is business or investor visa. Now this may be an option for you if you are a business person and you're willing and able to come to Australia to establish a business here. And then there is also the investor visas with different streams, and these are for you if you are able and willing to invest certain sum of funds in designated fund in Australia. In regard to the business visa, they're usually provisional and they provide you with an option to gain permanent residency. And then there is a student visa for those who would like to come to Australia to study, and visitors visa for those who would like to come to Australia for a visit. And of course there are all other types of visas, but I just pointed out some of the most popular visa types. Now, I'd like to go into top tips to migrate to Australia. So, if you would like to migrate to Australia, here are some top tips for you. First of all, ask yourself, am I a skilled person? And then, well, am I a worker? A chef, for instance, a mechanic? Do I have family in Australia? Think about which visa types might fit into your circumstances and then zoom in to the requirements of that visa to see if you meet them. Now, at times you may not fit into a particular visa you're interested in just yet, and if so, you may need to take steps to meet the requirement. And if you do these steps, then you're one step closer to your migration goal. Now, because there are approximately 200 visa types, there are two ways to simplify your search. Number one, go on the visa finder on immigration's website, fill in your details, for instance, your age and what type of visas you're thinking of applying, the country of origin you're from, and that is going to help you simplify the process of your search. Alternately, if you would like really in-depth assessment, then I would suggest that you contact a registered migration agent and have them assess your case. And finally, before you make your visa application, always ensure that you meet the requirements, because you don't want to go through the process, wait for a year or months and having to pay all the fees, having to find out that one of the boxes has not been ticked and risking a refusal. So, thank you so much for listening to me today, and just note that all this information, they're for your information only and they're not to be treated as legal advice. If you require further assistance, contact a registered migration agent. Alternately, contact myself and my staff members in my office, and we will be much obliged to assist you with assessing your case. Thank you and all the best.